This is a place where you have a chance to now truly be the voice. And now you can take that culture in an extremely positive way, or you can pull it down. Like that's the thing about leadership. And I remember my coach told me this in college. He said, the way that you practice is how we practice.
Yeah.
He said, if you come out here, Jesse, and you're complaining and you're being about every single thing that we're doing, guess what? The rest of them will do it too. And yeah, you might be talented enough to do it halfway and still get it accomplished. But what you've now done is you've shown others that they can do it halfway and get away with it as well. And they're not as talented as you. Every locker room that I've been in I've been in the veteran locker room. When I was in Cincinnati, you had Carson Palmer, those guys. When I was with the Cowboys, you had Jason Witten and DeMarcus Ware and Tony Romo and that group of guys, right? And then when I was with New England, of course, you know what that is in New England. But I remember when I was covering the team, when kind of the transfer of power, when kind of Dez was kind of the voice, right? And how that kind of, And
I wouldn't call him a leader.
I wouldn't call him a leader either.
Yeah.
But there was a transfer of power. Right. And his voice became the biggest voice in the locker room. And I don't know if that necessarily always translates to success.
Right.
Because leadership just isn't, I can talk the loudest. Right. Leadership isn't just, I'm the best player. It is a collection of things that you have to be able to put together. Are you practicing? Are you watching film? Are you the guy that are holding us accountable? When you hold me accountable, and that's where kind of Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence kind of got into their little leadership tiff a little bit, because DeMarcus, he was like, hey, you telling us to do certain things,
right?
Homie, you ain't doing it.
Right.
So be careful about selling other folks that may be a little bit lesser than you about doing certain things, because you're more talented than them. You're not doing the things either. Right. So you can't, what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the biggest thing. So the transfer of power, it has the ability to go either way. It's about, and I hope that Micah is maturing, has matured to a point now where he's willing to put in the necessary steps, because he does have a voice. Right. And if he does everything that is supposed to be done in that leadership role, it can be the culture change that you've been looking for in Dallas during this little drought.